Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel.
In this video, I'll show you how to crochet this granny square crop top. This comes in two versions, the sleeveless and with sleeves. This is a made to measure pattern and can be altered to fit any size. The tutorial for the granny square used in this top has already been covered in my previous tutorial, Miss Summer's granny square hat. The link is attached here for your reference. The entire return pattern is available on my blog. Let's get into a short overview about the construction of the top. We'll begin by making the required number of granny squares, join them, then we'll work the straps followed by edging on the neckline and at the bottom of the top. This is where the sleeveless version ends. For with sleeves version, we'll work a pair of sleeves and attach it to the top.
You can find the link to the detailed return instructions in the description box below.
The top made in this video falls between the sizes medium to large. I have used a total of 300 grams of DK weight yarn,
4 mm crochet hook, scissors, yarn needle and a measuring tape.
Following the instructions provided in the attached video, work the required number of granny squares as per your size. Each square measures 3 by 3 inches. For medium size, I have crocheted a total of 30 granny squares. This I have arranged in 3 rows, 10 squares in each row. Join the squares edge by edge until it makes a tube shape of a top. I made another 12 squares, working only the first 2 rounds. These will be attached to the sleeves, 6 squares in each sleeve. These were made using the main colors of the top, which are pink and blue.
I'll show you how to join the first 2 squares. Insert hook through the first chain of the corner chain 2 space at the bottom. And then insert the hook through the second square as well. Since the outer round is worked with blue color yarn, we'll use blue color yarn to join the squares. Pull the yarn through both the stitches. Insert the hook in the bottom loop of the first square and then through the bottom loop of the second square. Yarn over and pull through both the loops. Work through only the bottom loops of both the squares and go on joining. At the last, only work through the first chain on both the squares of the corner chain 2 space.
Repeat the same method to join all the squares. I have used pink color yarn to join the squares. While you are doing the assembly of the squares, make sure you wear and see that it fits perfectly. Add more if required. Wear the tube structure of the top and place markers at the spaces where the straps should be. These are usually the places over your bra straps, or depending on your comfort, make a less broad or broader neckline. So, 2 markers on the front and 2 at the back. Here we are aiming for a square type of a neckline on the front as well as back. Once the assembly of the squares is done, we will work a row of single crochet on the top as well as on the bottom side. Attach the blue color yarn at any one of the stitches. Chain 1 and single crochet in the same stitch. Now continue working single crochet in each double crochet stitch and the chain 1 space. Do not work the single crochet at the joining of the squares. Continue with the single crochet stitch over each square until the end of the round. Slip stitch in the first single crochet stitch to finish the round. Now that we have marked the spaces where the straps should be, we'll begin working on the shoulder straps. There are 16 stitches between the markers for my size. Attach the blue color yarn at any one of the marker stitches. And work the required number of chain stitches. For myself, I have worked 43 chain stitches in total. Now I'll attach the other end of this chain at the marker on the back. Once the chain is attached, we'll work a row of double crochet stitches over this entire chain. Now on the side facing the neckline and not the armholes, work slip stitch in the next 2 stitches. Chain 1 and turn your work. Now in the entire length of the chain, we will work a double crochet in each chain stitch. Continue working double crochet till the end of the row. Now skip 2 stitches on the neckline and work a slip stitch in the 3rd stitch. Chain 1 and cut the yarn. With this, straps on the first side is done. Now replicate the same on the other side. Now that we have completed both the straps, next we will work the edging over the neckline. Since we are giving front ties to the top, these ties will be running through the entire length of the neckline and the double crochet edging will be worked over these string of ties. Let's start by working a chain. Here I'll be working a total of 250 chain stitches, long enough that it runs the entire length of the neckline and also has some spare length to tie in the front. Cut the yarn after working the required number of chain stitches. We'll work the edging over the neckline with blue color yarn. Place the chain over the front. Attach the yarn at the center over the front of the neckline. Simultaneously work over the chain. Chain 3. Two double crochet in the same stitch. Three double crochet in the next stitch. Continue working 3 double crochet in each stitch until the end of the round. You will notice that a ruffle is already being created while working the stitches. Continue working 3 double crochet in each stitch over the shoulder straps as well in the same fashion. Continue with the ruffle edging until you reach the middle of the neckline. Finish the round with slip stitch in the third chain stitch. Chain 1 and cut the yarn. With this, the edging over the neckline is done. Adjust the ruffles over the neckline by pulling on the string ties. You can also accessorize the ends of the ties with the help of some beads. Insert the end of the ties through a needle and put a couple of beads through the needle. Fasten the ends tightly. Repeat the same on the other side. Next we will work on the bottom edging. The edging will be done in blue color yarn. Attach the yarn at any one of the corner stitches. Work a single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet in each double crochet stitch and chain one space. Do not work single crochet at the joining of the two squares. Continue working single crochet stitches until the end of the round. Slip stitch in the first single crochet stitch to finish the round. For the second round of edging, we will work the shell stitches. Skip 3 stitches. And in the fourth stitch, work 3 double crochet stitches. Chain 3, slip stitch at the top of the last double crochet worked, this makes a picot stitch at the top of the shell. Again work 3 double crochet stitches into the same stitch. This gives us a triangular structure. Again skip 3 stitches and work a slip stitch into the fourth stitch. First modified shell stitch is done. Again skip 3 stitches and work 3 double crochet in the fourth stitch. Chain 3 and slip stitch at the top of the last double crochet worked. Another 3 double crochet stitches into the same stitch. skip 3 stitches and slip stitch in the 4th stitch. Now continue working in the pattern until the end of the round. Slip stitch in the last stitch to finish the round. Chain 1 and cut the yarn. With this, the edging on the bottom is done. This is where the sleeveless version ends. Weave in the ends and you're good to flaunt your new top. Continue in the video if you want to make the with sleeves version of the top. Let's work a pair of ruffled sleeves for the top. Keep ready 12 granny squares which are worked only for the first 2 rounds. The sleeves are worked top down, worked back and forth with increases at the end of the row. And just before joining the granny squares, it is worked in a round. And finally, after joining the squares to the sleeves, a ruffle edging is worked. I chose the pink color yarn to make the body of the sleeves. Make a slip knot and work 20 chain stitches. Now in the 4th chain from the hook, work a double crochet in the back loop. Continue working double crochet in the back loop for the entire length of the chain. There are 18 stitches in the first row. After completing the first row, we will work increases from the next row onwards. We'll increase 1 double crochet at the end and at the beginning of the next row. Chain 1 and turn your work. Single crochet in the first stitch. Another single crochet in the front loop of the first single crochet made. This is our first double crochet. Another double crochet in the first stitch itself. Now continue working 1 double crochet in each stitch until the end of the row except the last stitch. Finish the row with 2 double crochet in the third chain stitch. There are 20 double crochet stitches in the second row. In the third row, we will work 2 increases at the beginning and at the end of the row. Begin the third row with 2 double crochet in the first stitch. Two double crochet in the next stitch. Now work 1 double crochet in each stitch until the end of the row except the last 2 stitches. Now work 2 double crochet in the second last stitch and another 2 double crochet in the last stitch. There are 24 stitches at the end of the third row. Repeat the pattern instructions for the third row to work the fourth and the fifth row. That is, work 2 increases at the end and at the beginning of the row. Begin the fourth row with 2 double crochet in the first stitch and another 2 double crochet in the next stitch. One double crochet in each stitch except the last 2 stitches. Two double crochet in each of the last 2 stitches. At the end of the fourth row, there are 28 stitches. In the similar fashion, work the fifth row as well. There are 32 stitches at the end of the fifth row. The sixth row is a no increase row with 1 double crochet in each stitch. One double crochet in the first stitch followed by 1 double crochet in each stitch till the end of the row. There are 32 stitches at the end of the sixth row as well. Now for the next 3 rows, follow the pattern instructions of row number 3 to 5 with 2 increases at the beginning and at the end of the row and double crochet in each stitch in the remaining stitches. I have worked row number 7, 8 and 9 by increasing 2 stitches at the beginning and at the end of the row. There are 44 stitches at the end of the 9th row. For the 10th row, work 1 double crochet in each stitch. There are 44 stitches at the end of the 10th row. For row number 11, we will increase 1 double crochet at the beginning and at the end of the row. Begin the next row with 2 double crochet in the first stitch. Now continue working 1 double crochet in each stitch until the end of the row except the last stitch. Work 2 double crochet in the last stitch. There are 46 stitches at the end of the 11th row. For the 12th row, work 1 double crochet in each stitch. There are 46 stitches at the end of the 12th row as well. We'll work another row before joining the squares. We'll begin the next row with 8 chain stitches which will be attached to the other end of the row, making it into a round. Begin the next row with 8 chain stitches. Turn your work. Attach the chain at the other end of the row with a slip stitch. Chain 1 and turn. Work 1 double crochet in the first chain stitch. Followed by 1 double crochet in each of the remaining 7 chain stitches. After working 1 double crochet in each of the 8 chain stitches, continue working 1 double crochet in each stitch in the remaining 46 stitches. Slip stitch into the first double crochet to finish the round. Now chain 1 and Cut the yarn. Next we will attach the small granny squares to the sleeves. Start by joining together the granny squares. Place the granny squares such that their wrong sides face outward. Insert needle through the first chain stitch at the corner of both the squares. With the help of whip stitch method of joining, sew together 8 stitches on the side of the squares. On the 8th stitch, finish with a knot. From corner to corner, I have worked into 8 stitches. Cut the yarn and continue to join the remaining squares. Once all the squares have been joined together, we will stitch this to the bottom part of the sleeves. Again with a yarn needle and pink color yarn, join the piece to the sleeves. Remember that the number of stitches on the sleeves is less as compared to the granny square piece just worked, since we are increasing stitches as we go down. Hence, estimate roughly by sight and join accordingly. Make sure to turn both the pieces inside out and then join them together. Finally, we will work ruffle edging over the bottom of the sleeves. Join the pink color yarn at any of the stitches. Chain 1 and single crochet in the same stitch. Continue working single crochet in each stitch. Work in every stitch until the end of the round. Slip stitch in the first stitch to finish the round. For the next round, chain 1, turn your piece and work single crochet in each stitch until the end of the round. Slip stitch in the first stitch to finish the round. For the last round, chain 1 and turn your piece. Double crochet in the first stitch. Two more double crochet in the same stitch. Three double crochet in the next stitch. Continue working 3 double crochet in each stitch until the end of the round. Slip stitch in the first double crochet to finish the round. Following the same instructions, work the second sleeves. Next, let's add the sleeves to the top. I have already joined sleeves on one side. We are aiming for a puff sleeves effect on the top, while the bottom part of the sleeves will remain true to size. The puff effect will be achieved by stitching 2 stitches on the sleeves to 1 stitch on the straps, while the bottom half of the sleeves will be stitched with 1 stitch in each stitch. We will start stitching the sleeves midway from the top until half of the sleeves is stitched. Cut the yarn and again join at the top and start stitching the other half of the sleeves. While adding sleeves, you will notice that the number of stitches on the sleeves is more as compared to the number of stitches on the straps. This excess portion will help us achieve the puff effect on the sleeves. Place a marker exactly in the middle stitch at the top of the straps and another marker in the middle stitch on the top of the sleeves. Turn the sleeves as well as the top inside out before stitching. Place another marker in the middle stitch at the armholes over both the pieces. I counted 10 stitches from this marker and placed another marker at the joining of the straps. With a yarn needle and blue color yarn, insert the needle through the marker stitch on the top of the straps, through both the loops, and then through marker stitch on the sleeves. Pull the yarn, again through both the stitches. Insert the needle through the same stitch on the straps and through the next stitch on the sleeves. Insert needle in the next stitch on the straps and through the next stitch on the sleeves. Again, insert the needle in the same stitch on the straps and through the next stitch on the sleeves. Insert needle in the next stitch on the straps and through the next stitch on the sleeves. Again, insert the needle in the same stitch on the straps and through the next stitch on the sleeves. Now continue stitching in this pattern until there are same number of stitches on the straps as well as on the sleeves to be stitched together. You will notice a puff being created as you go on stitching. After reaching this length, I counted and there are same number of stitches on the straps and the sleeves left to be worked. So now on, I'll stitch through one stitch once until I reach the second marker. Once you reach the second marker, cut the yarn and bind off. Again join the yarn in the stitch right next to the marker stitch, and following the stitching instructions of the first half, start stitching in the other half of the sleeve. Insert needle in the next stitch on the sleeves and through the next stitch on the straps. Again bring the yarn through both the stitches. Then insert needle in the next stitch on the sleeves and through the same stitch on the straps. Now continue stitching in this pattern until there are same number of stitches on the straps as well as on the sleeves to be stitched together. After reaching this length, I counted and there are same number of stitches on the straps and the sleeves. So now on, I'll stitch through one stitch once until I reach the marker stitch. Now binding off and weaving in the ends. Join the other sleeve following the same stitching instructions. This is how the puff sleeves will look like. Use the ties to cinch the neckline to your liking. With this, our Miss Summer's granny square crop top is complete. Tag me with your makes on the socials at Crochet Mia Designs. If you found this video helpful, consider to like, share and subscribe. Happy crocheting!